participation. Lansana is the National Secretary General of the APC. He tells me that the government representatives on the committee refused to make available the June 2023 election results.
James, if you recall that we had a difficult elections and the international elections observers and also new, which is also a local but credible election observation team, even our own internal observation and monitoring team as a party, all of us agreed that the elections had difficulties and the tabulations process did not represent the results. We said we're not going to participate in governance. But the APC love the country, we love the people of this country, and notwithstanding difficult circumstances, we decided that we would sit and talk, engage in dialogue. So that is exactly what we did. And it resulted to the Dumbuya Unity Agreement. In that agreement, it provided for the creation of a Tripartite committee to examine the 2023 elections.
Mr. Dumbuya, you did that discussion within the Tripartite committee, and my understanding is that the Tripartite committee recently submitted its report. Is that correct?
That's not true. They are still doing their work, and in the process of doing their work, our team in the Tripartite committee requested that we want the disaggregated results. When the first announcement was made for the presidential election, it was only 60% that was announced. So our members in the team told the committee, we want ECSL to verify this result because it's under their signatures and everything, so that it can form part of the process, the examining process of the Tripartite committee. The other people, the government representatives said no, they cannot request for that document. So when you look at it, James, you really see that there's something amiss there. Why wouldn't you want to request for a document that was initiated by the commission itself? And it was this result that brought about all these things that we're talking about now. This tripartite, the contesting of the result, and all the rest of it. So why wouldn't you want that document to be provided to the tripartite committee? So we requested for it in the dialogue. The government representative said, okay, well, we are not going to ask for it, but you can ask. You write a letter, your team write a letter to ECSL and ask for it. So our team said, okay, if we cannot do it jointly, which we're supposed to do, you're supposed to cooperate. That's how they've been doing it. But we don't know why you do not want to do it this time. But then our team, the APC team, went ahead and requested the document. We received a reply from ECSL that they are not going to provide it because our team did not follow administrative procedure. But for goodness sake, if that document, whoever is asking for it, if the document is germane to the committee, but that is where we are now. And as a result, our team reported to the party, and we thought that without that result, it means we were just wasting our time. So that is why we have suspended our participation. We have not quit, but we have suspended our participation until that result is provided.
Lansana is the National Secretary General of Sierra Leone's main opposition, All People's Congress. He was speaking with us from the capital, Freetown. Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio is calling on members of the Tripartite Committee to stay focused and complete their work. The committee was established to review the country's electoral systems following the controversial June 2023 presidential polls, and is supposed to submit its report Wednesday. The appeal comes after the main opposition All People's Congress APC announced that it is withdrawing from the committee. Information Minister John Barr tells me President Maada Bio warned against troublemakers.
The President spoke to the nation to reaffirm its commitments to peace and national cohesion, to update the public on the steps that our government continues to take to affirm the agreements that were made, and as a father of the nation and the father of peace, to improve the country, to resist every attempt by any detractors to pursue violence or to divide our country.
Minister, the President's speech came against the backdrop of the opposition APC saying that it has withdrawn from the Tripartite Committee. Was the President responding to that, and what do you make of the allegations they made that your government did not provide the information they wanted for verification of the results of the June 2023 election?
Well, two things are clear here. First is that the Tripartite Committee had a very clear mandate, the president reiterated what that mandate was. He called for the setting up, in fact, of an electoral reform a systems review committee when he spoke to Parliament after he won the election. And when the committee came together, they had a very clear terms of reference, which was to review the systems, practices, and processes so that we can make our elections better going forward, especially for election management. But what has happened is that the committee has embarked on that work since the first week of January. Our understanding is that they have done a comprehensive set of recommendations or reviews that have taken place. And it seems that the All People's Congress, by their own release, are mentioning that because they ask for a very specific thing in an exchange, not from the committee as a whole, but only from them to the Electoral Commission, that they have decided to withdraw. Obviously, this is something that is unwelcome. We will wish, as the President has said, that they will continue this important work to advance the reforms that we all seek, that we all agree we need to make our democracy and our country better. We believe that the work is important. We believe that the good men and women of the opposition party will see the real thing and come back to the table. And, it's important as well, James, that this is a tripartite committee. So that means we have government side, we have the All People's Congress, the opposition side, and we also have our international partners. And they have put a lot of resources into this process. They are aware of the inner workings. They have hired consultants and experts that have worked with this committee. And all the other two parties, I don't think are willing to walk away. So we still expect that the committee will finalize its work. They have put a lot of excellent work here into this, and we're eager. The President made clear today that he is particularly eager to receive these recommendations and to start the process of implementing them to improving our democracy.
John Dumbuya is Sierra Leone's Information Minister. He was speaking with us from the capital, Freetown. France is planning to reduce its military presence